Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Bleed Big Blue podcast, dedicated coverage of the New York Football Giants by your hosts, Marco, Trifecta, T. Merritt, and JBW.
Draft night!
Live,
we are live.
We're right at the stadium, guys.
The rumors are flying around. They've been flying around all day. If you have not seen, we are 10 minutes from the first pick. And the latest rumor, Ian Rappaport on NFL Network just basically broke and said that the Broncos may be trying to move up to number 2 to get the first pick. Now, go ahead, Tim. You're the one that told us about this. So what do we know? What's the latest?
What's the latest is Giants wanted to stick at 2, and they've been having a hard asking price to the point where Buffalo Bills gave up trying to trade at number 2 because the price was too steep. But now that it's broke that Baker Mayfield might be going number 1, Broncos are trying to make it tough on the Giants to, give up on that number 2 pick and trade down to 5. But the awesome thing is, if we trade down to 5, we still have our choice of the same guys that we were going to draft at number 2.
Right.
More than likely, Saquon Barkley or Bradley Chubb, or even in the mix now is Quenton Nelson. So it's all win-win situation because if it took 3 second-round picks for the Jets to move up 3 spots, I'm very curious what it's going to take the Broncos to move up 3 spots where Giants are reluctant to move off of 2.
Quite honestly, I'd like to thank the GM for the Cleveland Browns because if they take Baker Mayfield, they gave the Giants the keys to this draft. And it doesn't surprise me that Denver wants to trade up because their GM is John Elway, loves quarterbacks. Probably wants one of the stereotypical quarterbacks, and he can have his pick at 2 if the Browns take Baker Mayfield. And we're going to get a slew of picks.
Go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
No, we're going to get a slew of picks, and then it becomes more palatable to use a second-round pick on a running back because you have other picks to fill your other needs.
And that's going to be the awesome thing, guys. It's going to turn Saturday into or Friday into a great night because we're potentially going to have a lot of picks in the top of the second and top of the third, which is going to be a fantastic night, and we can set the foundation for literally years for this team. And it's not Jerry Reese at the helm reaching. We're just taking the best player available.
Yeah, I honestly, it's crazy, right? Because there's been these 2 factions of the Giants nation, right? And it's been Barkley, and then there's been the other half that says, we like Barkley, but not at 2. If we can trade back and walk away with some of these players, there's a possibility tonight everybody gets their way. I think 2 things can happen at 4, right? So let's assume.
James, are you saying Negative Nation is going to unite?
What?
Negative Nation is going to unite with the rest of the fan base.
We could all end up having a good night tonight, and here's how.
Baby.
There are 2 ways that this can work out in both of our favors. If by some chance this is legit. And the Broncos, now that Baker Mayfield's going 1, and there's a legit chance to now get Darnold or whichever guy they want, you never know. If they move up to 2 and the Giants move back to 5, I think 2 things happen at 4. I think that Cleveland would probably take Chubb over Barkley, or they would trade out at 4, and somebody's going to come up to 4 to get one of the other quarterbacks. So I think that this could work out both ways for the Giants nation to say, we trade back to 5. If things break the right way, you can still get Barkley plus picks.
And your pick.
And
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Talk about it.
The only thing that I was thinking about last night about Barkley, man, if he would be really nice Odell insurance, in the sense that if Odell doesn't sign that long-term deal, if it falls apart, I mean, Saquon's a playmaker. He's a guy you can build your offense around.
Tim?
With Gettleman's history, I don't think Barkley's going to be the pick. I think Chubb is going to be Chubb. If Chubb's not, I wouldn't even be surprised, especially with the right side of our line, especially when it looks like Flowers. Quenton Nelson probably going to be the pick.
And if it's Quenton Nelson, I'm thrilled as well.
That's the way I look at it. You get Quenton Nelson.
If it's Quenton Nelson at 5, that's a great pick.
And you grab another offensive lineman, whatever round. Then we solidify that line a little bit, and we pick one of these running backs with either a second round or a third round pick, and let's go. We're back to old school Giants football. Let's run the damn ball.
I think that if they move back and the quarterbacks go 1 through 4, I think that the pick is still Barkley or Chubb. I don't think it's Nelson. I think if you're moving back to 6 and you're telling me that Barkley and Chubb are off the board, I think then you take Nelson. I think Barkley and Chubb.
Well, you're probably right. You're probably right, but I know that Nelson is definitely thought about. But it's one of those things. It comes down to position.
But if you're telling
Nelson
me we're walking away with any one of those 3 guys and extra picks, I don't care how it played out tonight.
That's a win.
Yes.
100%. And I'm kind of curious where Cleveland's going to go. If they take Baker Mayfield, Cleveland is unpredictable on who the hell they take it for. I mean,
I tell you what,
honestly.
I tell you what. If this swings the way that it's looking like it's going to swing, I mean, Gettleman might have had a perfect offseason.
Well, I don't know about that.
But again, we don't need Barkley. We got Jonathan Stewart, guys. Let's be honest.
That's what I said. Jonathan Stewart signing. Jonathan, if you're listening, please call in. I mean, we'd love to hear from our starting running back.
Yeah, and honestly, you're going to tear it up right behind Quenton Nelson, and another one of our offensive linemen will draft probably tomorrow.
Jonathan, if you're listening, the number is 516-453-9383.
I honestly
why do we have no video on Facebook? There's no picture or anything.
I don't know.
Is that you or is that Marco's problem?
I'm not doing that. I'm not responsible there. I'm just here to talk. So I think Chubb is the pick at 4 if Cleveland makes the pick, because I think it's really enticing to pair him with Garrett. I mean, don't you think? I mean, that is really enticing, man.
Mhm.
And they have enough picks.
But we also thought
that they can get a running back later. I mean, they're in the same position that we are.
Yeah, they have tons of picks. They have the top of the second round, top of the third round. They could trade back in the first if they really wanted to. So honestly, and they did get Carlos Hyde. So there's no guarantee Saquon Barkley is going to be the pick.
Right. Here we go, baby. Please take Baker.
Can you please tell me why the Browns have been in?
Is the pick in?
No, it's not in.
It's been in. Like they already chose who it is. They're just being assholes running on the clock. This is just kind of a dick move.
This is kind of a dick move. Maybe they're fielding calls. I mean, you think they're still fielding calls at this point?
Nah. I mean, you've been fielding calls all damn off season. What are you gonna do? I mean, honestly, if I'm another GM, I'm pranking them right now.
Well, and the other thing, too, I mean, I know nobody wants to hear this. This is boring. I bet that the networks have a deal with them. You got to remember, there's 3 networks covering this thing. They got to have time for all their heads to talk. So why do we have to get the pick in right away?
And you know what? And that's why we're on. And that's why we came on tonight, because we wanted to give our Giants fans the option to listen to real Giants fans talk.
We're better than the network, baby.
And we're not going to cut to Cleveland, drafting Baker Mayfield all night, like they're probably going to end up doing, or any other bullshit move that's going to happen. We're going to continue to talk about the picks, the ones we like, the ones that affect the Giants, and
while we're here,
how everything affects the Giants.
While we're here, we're going to give you complete draft coverage, after the Giants are done. We'll spend a lot of time talking about the Giants pick, obviously. That's the number one priority. But if there's something that happens in the draft, we're going to chat about it. That's what we want.
We will keep you guys. We will keep you guys abreast of all the latest information.
Nice word.
Thank you, buddy.
We are Giants fans, or we're Giants fans, but we're football fans. So we love tonight. I like to see where some of my favorite players go. I have been hurt in the past where I've seen some of my favorite players go to my hated rivals, such as Donovan McNabb. This is one of the worst damn drafts that ever I saw. Oh, it sucks tonight. You know what it's like to root for a guy all through college and then be like, I have to hate you?
All the Penn State fans here are fearing the Giants taking Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
if you're watching
I can understand that.
If you're watching NFL Network, they just showed a picture of Cleveland's war room, and
they're all just chilling.
They're all chilling. It looked like Hugh Jackson and Dorsey gave each other a little pound. Apparently, everybody's on the same page with Cleveland, and it looks like the pick may be in. The Browns fans are getting a little rowdy.
The pick's in.
The Browns have won one of their last 35 games.
Right before they make the pick or they make the phone call, everybody's like, like glad handing and shaking hands and all that stuff. I want to see one or two guys like throwing stuff in the room, like pissed off that pick happened.
Oh, you'll never see that, buddy.
That would be so awesome. Like, what the? Why are we taking him? Well, you just cut to that war room at the wrong time.
Giants' phones have to be blowing up right now.
100%.
Like
I mean, because I think they get a 5-minute, like the teams get a 5-minute, like preview of the pick before we do. Like I would think, like Giants already know who the pick is at this point.
Again,
you think so?
I think I saw that the other day. That's why they can do trades as fast as they can. They already know, okay, so and so's gone.
And we got the phone lines lighting up. The phone lines are lighting up. We're gonna get to you guys. We promise. Keep listening. Stay with us. We appreciate everybody listening. Right now, we got a nice crowd on YouTube. Really nice crowd on Facebook. So please stay with us. We've just begun here. We're gonna be on with you till 10 o'clock. We want to get some commentary in. You know what? Let's
take a few.
Another guy commenting on Facebook. Let's see here. Why is the clock got to take so long? What are the Browns doing? Rosen is the Giants pick. Speed it up. So people are getting impatient. 250 on the clock for the Browns.
We're just as impatient as you are. And again, I want to say a thank you to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
If the Cleveland Browns take Baker Mayfield with the first overall pick, there's not any team in the league that would take Baker Mayfield if they had the first overall pick other than the Cleveland Browns. They're giving the Giants the keys to the draft.
They literally gift wrapped the draft to us. Thank you.
Well, let's not go crazy yet. I mean, we don't know that it's Baker Mayfield yet, right? I mean, it hasn't been made.
I haven't.
Well, so do I. But I mean, let's get it confirmed.
The pick is in,
and the pick is now officially in.
The pick,
ladies and gentlemen,
is in.
Oh God, I get the meat sweats now.
Yeah, I'm starting to sweat from my orifices.
Please say it's Baker Mayfield. That's all I ask.
Well, we're going to find out very shortly.
Honestly, though, guys, how fun would it be to be a GM at this time? You could be trolling media all day, every day for the past 3 months.
If I was a GM, I would tell lies all the time. Just flat out lies.
I would get it to the point where they wouldn't even ask you anymore. They're like, I'm not even ask Justin, the GM, because he lies to me every time.
The Browns war room is ready for the pick to be announced.
I love they act like they're nervous, like he's not going to show up or something.
One gentleman in the middle of the room, is that Dorsey, has his hands on the top of his head.
Yeah, very relaxed. And at this point, they've done all their due diligence. They've done their research, and no matter what we're thinking, they're confident that they've made the right decision. And who knows if Allen thinks had anything to do with it.
Goddamn Roger.
Here comes Roger Goodell.
Boo! Boo!
To a chorus of boos. The Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield. Wow!
Oh yes! Thank you, the Browns. Thank you, Browns.
Baker Mayfield.
I'm going to tell you why this is. Please tell me why. I'm going to tell you why this is a crappy pick. Okay.
Wow. And the New York Football Giants, 3-13, the longest fucking season anyone could ever imagine. It's been gut-wrenching to be a Giant fan for the last year. And here it is.
And we just got our first win of the season.
Giants Nation, on the clock. Darnold.
The Giants are officially undefeated in the 2018-2019 season.
Yes.
Baby.
I'm going to tell you right now because I'm going to ask you this, guys. I would ask you this simple question. If game's on the line, would you take Tyrod Taylor or would you take Baker Mayfield?
Oh, Baker Mayfield is starting. Baker Mayfield is starting.
Well, that's my point. Is I'm going to tell you right now, Tyrod's better.
Well, right now.
Right. Baker Mayfield does not get much better, guys. He is what he is.
I think you're. I think you're wrong. I think the kid's going to be a good quarterback. Would I have taken him 1? No. Would I have taken him 3? Yes. Like I could, if you can see the guy going 3, quarterback-wise, if you can make an argument for the guy going 3, especially with the recent news about Allen, like it's been rumored. Peter King talked about Allen to the Browns, months and months before the rumors even got started, before the combine, before the pro days. Peter King wrote on the Monday Morning Quarterback that the Browns were taking Allen. And despite all the rumors and everything else, up until maybe, 24 to 48 hours ago, 36 hours ago, there was still a strong sentiment that Allen was going to be the pick. And you don't know what happened, but with everything that got released with the old tweets, we're not going to get into it, whatever it was. What happened is it was released that there were some controversial old tweets that Allen let out. So, much like the Bong video with Tunsil, he now maybe drops a little bit, and now you redo it. And if Baker was that close on the board and your number 2 guy, you take him.
Yeah.
So what I want to say here, too, what's interesting about this pick for the Browns is that I think of all the quarterbacks on this draft board, Baker Mayfield is most similar to Tyrod Taylor in terms of ability and skill set. And so, the Browns are going to be able to run one offense for both their quarterbacks, and Baker's going to take the field when he's ready.
Well, honestly, I'll give him he's a better thrower, but Baker Mayfield, bro.
You're cutting out, Tim.
Oh, I'm
Tim,
sorry.
you're cutting out. Call back in. I'm hanging up on you, so you have to call back in. I hung up on Tim.
Oh. James isn't taking any shit on the board.
I'm not playing. I'm not fucking playing tonight, Justin. It's draft night.
There you go. I mean, the Giants are on the clock right now. The New York Football Giants. I mean, the next decade of our life as a fan is being determined right now.
Tim's back with us.
Yeah, I'm back. Now,
Tim,
as far as
your phone is
the
ridiculous.
First of all, Giants, the pick is in.
The pick is in. Oh shit!
Wow.
Sam Darnold.
No
Here we
trade.
go.
Holy shit! They're not making a trade. I heard earlier in the day. Let's say this. I did hear earlier in the day that if Baker went first, Giants ownership would not allow Gettleman to pass on Darnold.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine. If it's Darnold, I'm fine with it.
Who knows what's going to happen? The pick is in. Unbelievable. We're thinking trade.
I did want to trade. I'm not gonna lie. I did want to trade.
I got excited for the
Here we
trade.
go. Giants Nation.
The pick is in.
The New York Giants select Saquon Barkley.
Wow.
Oh.
Awful.
Oh my God. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I'm kind of devastated right now, guys.
Yeah, they blew it. They fucking blew it.
Yeah.
Like, great player. There's probably a ton of fans going crazy. Wow. You just drafted for a 2-year window, and you're going to pay this kid. He's going to be the 5th highest running back in the league. God bless.
And we could have got him. We could have got him anyway.
Wow.
We could have got him.
Wow.
Well, so what that tells me is two things. One, they weren't confident that he was going to get past the Bills at 4, and they wanted him.
Well, we don't know if there was any trades on the board. I mean, who knows if maybe the trade offers weren't good.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Right? I mean, I don't know what the trade offers were, but to me,
right. That's
man.
the unknown.
Wow. What a wasted opportunity. Flashy pick, sexy pick. It's a 6-7 year window. It's going to be a lot on your salary cap in a couple of years. Wow. Oh, God, Gettleman.
I mean, it's fine. I'm going to deal with it. But if the rumors it was any truth to the rumors, I'm mad. Now, I don't know if there was any truth to it, but if there was any truth to the Denver rumor, I'm real mad.
Oh.
Well, that's the thing. So that's what I'm saying. Because if
now we just give the Jets the top choice of quarterbacks.
Oh.
First interview here. Here we go.
Well, let's listen to the kid, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And that's the second overall pick going to the New York Giants. Yeah, it's unbelievable to be able to experience two biggest moments in my life in the same week. I'm so thankful to be able to be a father and have a gorgeous baby, a daughter, Jada, back home, and to be here with the people I love, my mother and father, and cherish this moment. You're graded one of the best, if not the best, to come out of this year's draft.
What should the Giants expect from you?
The Giants should expect a guy who's passionate about the game, who really loves football and a true competitor. And hopefully I can come in there early, be a leader, and try to play as early as possible and do the best that I can.
You believe in Eli?
Yes, sir. I believe in Eli.
You believe in Odell?
I believe in OBJ.
And I'm sure they believe in you. Congratulations. So, Saquon Barkley, you got it.
You know what, guys? It was a great pick.
And there you have it. 917.
You know what?
All in.
Yeah.
Oh, my
All
God.
in. You happy? How you feel? Saquon with the second pick. Go.
They
What's up, Dad?
actually fucking did it. They must really like Davis Webb. Or they're, I don't know what to say. They must really love Davis Webb, or they're going all in on Eli. It's this is going to be
It might be a little both.
Oh no, they're going all in on Eli. And listen, you know, everybody wants to talk about Eli's age. He's 37.
I still can't believe the Jets are going to fucking land Darnold.
He's 37 years old.
Well, actually, I've already heard rumors that they have Rosen higher than Darnold on their board.
Oh my God.
You know,
Wow.
John Elway won a Super Bowl at 38. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl at 40. You know, it's not outside of the realm of possibility that Eli has one more.
You know what? I don't hate Eli, but he's not them. Like
the only thing that bothers me, the only thing, is not the Saquon pick. It's the fact that I think we could maximize the potential value of the pick.
It's really not Saquon.
It's almost like
it
we
never
settled.
was Saquon. Saquon was never the issue. The thing was, oh man, you had a chance to get one of those quarterbacks. That hurts.
Yeah, I again, they must really like what they saw of Davis Webb.
Or
you know what they like? They like Pat Shermer's kid that's in college, and he'll be coming out next year.
You know what? Would you be surprised? Would you
No,
be
not
at
at
all
all.
surprised if that was the fucking strategery? 347. Where you calling from? What you want to talk about? Who you like? You happy? You unhappy? What's up?
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Isaiah. I'm fucking shocked right now. I'm literally fucking shocked. I literally thought we was gonna take Darnold. The Jets is taking Darnold right now. Sad to say, but it's whatever. I'm not. I'm just fucking shocked. I'm just shocked. I didn't think he was worth the second overall pick. I really didn't think he was worth the second overall pick.
You know what? A lot of players have come out and said that Saquon should have been the number one pick. A lot of people have. But I still think we could have waited. You know, I was still team Nick Chubb. Well, obviously, that's not going to happen anymore. So, you know what, guys? There's going to be a bunch of offensive line going in the next few picks.
Yep.
As far as our second and third. We just wait for the offensive linemen to start going off the board.
Do you guys think we still might take a quarterback? Because there's still a lot of quarterbacks left. You never know what can happen. We could take Mason Rudolph.
I don't think
Lamar
so.
Jackson if he's still.
I don't think it's worth it. As far as Davis Webb comparable talent, I don't think Mason Rudolph's any better than Davis Webb is.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think that you can waste a pick here. I mean, if you're telling me that you're going to draft Barkley and we're going to win now, you better not take a fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
To see what the Jets pick.
Right.
This team has a lot of holes to fill, and the Jets are coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Jets are on the clock. Callers, stay with us.
Sam Darnold, I knew it.
Wow.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
There it is, New York.
Guys, just give drafted you.
There's your back page for the next 10 years.
Yep.
I was surprised we didn't take Bradley Chubb. I was surprised we didn't take Bradley Chubb with the number 2 overall pick.
Wow.
You know what? You know, Gettleman obviously doesn't listen to the show, as he should. You know, we were putting out a lot of logical information out there that he probably should have listened to. But he did that with emotion. You know, Saquon just had a baby this week, and he wanted to give him a gift.
I just hope he plays good for us.
What was that?
Listen, here's the other thing to consider. All right, we know for a fact that Gettleman is a quarterback guy. He's from the Ernie Corson School of valuing franchise quarterbacks. There were 4 of them here. The Browns took the least of which off the board first. So that to me says that he didn't have confidence in any of these quarterbacks.
Yeah,
he wasn't sure,
and that's fine.
He wasn't ready to pull the trigger. So he took the shortest thing that he could at number 2, which you can't really fault the guy for taking the best player. You can be upset that maybe he didn't maximize value, but all he did here was take the best player.
Justin, I got a problem with it, though, man. I mean, I can get – maybe he's the best physically talented player in the draft, but what the fuck does that get you in the NFL? I mean, it's a dime a dozen with these guys. It's a dime a dozen with running backs. You see running backs all over the league be productive. This isn't a guy that's going to carry the ball 25 times a game. I know he's going to catch some balls, but right now, if you're telling me who's going to win now, who's playing on this defense? I mean, I don't. But you can get a running back that can give you similar production later in the draft. That's my concern right now. This is, you know what this is? This is a pick where, like, let's say, like what happened. I mean, let's say you're really close. You got a great team. Quarterback goes down for the year, right? You lose him for the whole season. You end up having an awful season because your quarterback's hurt. But he's coming back next year, and you're set. Your roster is set. You take Saquon Barkley then. I don't know that you do that now. You had I like Davis Webb, but if you had an opportunity to get your hands on Sam Darnold and he fell in your lap and Cleveland fucked up and you handed that to the Jets, let me tell you something. You better have been right. This better be right. He better be right, or else it's going to be a long decade for Giant fans. 917 calling in. What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Lewis. I'm calling from Syracuse. And honestly, I mean, now we have to watch the Jets, fall into a quarterback. Basically, what I'm mad about is that we didn't even have an opportunity to build this team around. The GM's whole mindset is that we're one player away from, making it to the playoffs, and that's not the case. That is 100% not the case. So
we were in the playoffs.
I don't know.
We were in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Justin, and then the veil was pulled out.
That was 2 years ago.
Over an ugly phase.
2 years ago.
We won 11 games 2 years ago.
Justin, this team is not the same team that won 11 games 2 years ago, and the team that won 11 games 2 years ago got lucky a lot because their offense couldn't break 20 points over the last 7 games of the season.
Yeah, and so what did we do?
Okay, and now last year the defense was a sieve.
We infused that offense with talent.
So you have still nobody that can block for them.
It's so much harder to find a quarterback than it is a running back.
We have a pick in the second round. That's the premium pick. We have 2 picks in the third round. They're going to take offensive linemen there, and then you're putting pressure on defenses because you're saying you can stop Odell, you can stop Shepard.
They better get a corner. They better get a defensive end. They better get a linebacker. I mean, there's a ton of needs on this roster, guys.
You can find a running back out of your house.
We got our running back. Now we got our running back. We got all our fancy positions in place. Now maybe we can field a football team around them.
Hey, James.
Yes.
We've been hearing you say for the better part of 2 years that the Giants offense can't score points. This is a guy who's going to be able to dictate to other defenses what they're going to be able to do. And when you pair him with Odell, if they both stay healthy, knock on wood.
If the line can't block, they're not going to be dictating.
Who's blocking for him? Who's blocking for him?
This is a deep
if the
draft.
line can't block.
We're gonna get Billy Price. We're gonna get Willie Hernandez, or we're gonna get Orlando Brown. They're gonna infuse the offensive line in the next 2 picks, and we have dynamic playmakers at every position on offense. You want me to get excited about taking a quarterback in Sam Darnold that it's widely known in the league needs to sit for a year?
Yes.
Maybe 2?
Yes, because it's the right decision to make.
Why?
But think of it this way: when the Jets in the next 5 years have their franchise quarterback when they're winning, look at the Giants.
Let me put it this way: it's a quarterback's league, guys. The 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl were running backs by committee. The two most effective runners in the league last year, not rookies, runners, were 3rd-round picks. So again, it's not taking anything away from Saquon Barkley and his talents at all. It's saying that I can get similar value later in the draft and maybe not, maybe fill another one of those needs with my second pick. 717 calling in. The lines are lit up. We're going to get to you. 717, what do you want to talk about? Happy, sad, how you feeling?
So ungodly fucking annoyed. Thank God I'm drinking Johnny Walker Blue tonight. You drafted a running back. You drafted running back 2nd overall. People keep saying we're going to improve the offensive line. With 2nd, 3rd-round pick, good luck on that. Good luck on that. You know what the thing that really ticks me off? People say, oh, look at the Dallas Cowboys. Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They already have great offensive lines in place when they drafted a great running back. Barkley is not a great 20-carry around. He gets caught in the backfield more than any other running back in this college draft. And people are talking about like he's going to be the next Barry Sanders. I don't think so. We're 8 if he is great. We're going to be 8-8. We're not going to be able to get a quarterback in the next freaking 8 years, and we're going to be stuck behind average QBs. We're going to be in limbo land for the next 10 years, and it's driving me freaking nuts. This general manager doesn't have a stack on him to draft a quarterback because he's too afraid. Yellow Jacket my ass. The only guy that's a sure like Yellow Jacket is the guard from Notre Dame.
Yo, how about this, Giant fans? I love the passion. Stay with us.
Call of the night, right there.
Denzel Ward, number 4, cornerback.
Yep.
Wow, to Cleveland. Wow. 617. I want to get to the callers. The callers are coming in.
To Denver, where he's going to be
and
paired
with Von Miller. Oh my God. 617. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm honestly like this is just reminiscent of when Andrew Luck was out there and Peyton Manning was injured. The Colts had no problem taking Andrew Luck. We just wasted the best opportunity we're gonna have in the next 10 to 12 years to take another franchise quarterback. I can't believe we did this and handed the Jets Sam Darnold. This is unbelievable to me.
He's not ready to play.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's not a knock on Saquon Barkley. Because I think Saquon Barkley is going to help us. He will help us. He's going to be a great player for us. But when you got a chance to get a franchise quarterback, I mean, you look at the
Justin,
Bills,
you're paying a 37-year-old quarterback $22 million, and he continues to not look so good.
Right.
I mean,
I don't understand. Unbelievable.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
And I just want your answers on this. When was Russell Wilson taken?
Oh, come on,
Those
Justin.
are once in a lifetime.
Come on, Justin. You can name the quarterbacks on the 3rd and the 4th round on one fucking hand. You can name the quarterbacks that were taken 3rd and 4th round on one fucking hand.
Answer the question. When was Russell Wilson taken?
You're going to throw Brady. You're going to throw Russell.
There's
You're going to throw a couple of guys out here that were drafted later on in the draft. Bottom line is, most of these guys, the all-pro guys, the ones that stick around, the franchise quarterbacks for years, most of the ones are getting picked in the top 10 in the draft.
When was Drew
Brees taken?
second round.
Oh,
first pick.
You can pick outliers out there all you want. Most of the time,
It's
top
not
flight quarterbacks go in the first round.
They're not outliers.
Yeah, they are.
They're exceptions to the rule. They're exceptions to the rule. They're absolutely outliers.
How many? There's 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
And most of them came in the first round.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Well,
Super Bowl winning ones, yes.
Walk through them. Most starters are first-round quarterbacks. But you know what? I'm fine with it. You know what? I'm fine with it. The only thing that bothers me is I really think we could have got more picks. And that's where I think we lost out. You know, if he wants Barkley that bad, fine. It's not like he was by himself in that. Everybody says he's the top player in the draft. Fine. As far as the running back value and, you know, being number 2, and granted, we don't know, you know, what trade offers were going down. Obviously nothing because he waited 2 minutes to make the pick.
It wasn't enough to warrant the drop between Barkley and when you were going to take a running back in the second round.
I'm going to call this right now. I'm going to say Denver, and I haven't seen nothing like that. I'm going to say Denver picks Josh Rosen.
Can you imagine?
I think it makes sense.
9:04. You've been on hold for a little while. What do you want to talk about? What's up? Happy, sad? How you
hey,
feeling?
Man. I'm good. I'm very excited. People are kind of mad, but I like it, honestly. I mean, it just shows how Gettleman believes in Webb, and I'm happy about that. Webb has been working hard, talking to Eli, talking to coaches, wanting to learn, and that's what you want in a franchise quarterback or potential.
Yes.
Oh, I'm fine with it. If he believes in Webb, if that's the case, I'm fine with it.
I mean,
it's Spider-Man.
I get it, but I don't get it. Like I've seen running backs get taken. Like if you want to talk about value later, if you're going to make an argument for quarterbacks instead of running backs, like you need to do a little research. Like, I mean, like you got a lot more evidence of running backs being taken later in the draft. The last Giants rusher that rushed for 1,000 yards was a 7th-round draft pick named Ahmad Bradshaw. So Brandon Jacobs was a 4th-round draft pick. I mean, I don't know. Broncos are up. Here comes Goodell.
Oh, and he's got my people with him.
Children's Research Hospital help ensure that all kids have a chance to play 60. This year, the NFL Network, and Rich Eisen helped raise $180,000 so that no family ever receives a bill from St. Jude.
All right.
Who is a St. Jude patient. Austin is 17 and an aspiring broadcaster from New Mexico and a big Broncos fan.
All right.
All right.
Around.
And an inspiration to all of us. Okay, Austin, let's show them how it's done.
With the pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Chubb.
Wow.
God damn, Chubb and Von Miller. That's gonna be nasty.
Wow.
Because they're playing tank.
Unbelievable. 443. What's up? How you feeling? You happy? You sad? Your thoughts? Let us have it.
Well, guys, I'm not too disappointed that they got Saquon Barkley, but, you know, I just felt that it was time to definitely highly consider quarterback. And if you weren't going to do that, then I just thought that running back, number 2 is a little high for a running back. And you know, Saquon's good, but I like Sony Michel. I thought that he would be more durable. He would fall to the Giants in the later rounds, and they could either get, you know, one of the premier linebackers who their careers, their shelf lives are pretty good. And, if you didn't want a quarterback, but it just says that, maybe they're going to get one in free agent or just depend on Davis. But I truly believe that, this year could or could not be the injury year for Eli. He's been lucky, and I'll give him that, and he's been durable. Even when he's got hit hard, he survived, and he's a tough guy. I'll give it to him. But, this is his make or break. If he struggles this year, the question is, do they bench him again and go through what McAdoo went through? Because it feels like he has one of those holds on the organization that 2 Super Bowls grants him a lot of subpar play later in his career, which, has the fans and the organization wishing upon a star. But, if you're going to put premier weapons around, I guess our fantasies can be better slept at night. But you guys get where I'm coming from. I mean,
Oh, 100%. I mean, you're completely with us as far as the way we feel.
I will tell you this.
Go ahead. James is definitely on your same page.
I will tell you this. There are no more fucking excuses for Eli Manning. 0.
Yeah. And I just want to put out there that Des Bryant just put out a tweet. The Giants are going to be scary. And that's Des Bryant tweeting that. Again, I think Des Bryant wants to come to the Giants so bad.
Des is joining us. This pick to me says that Des is joining us.
It's
Why
a
not?
possibility.
Why not put every offensive weapon you can around Eli?
Yeah. So when he throws it up, when he's not looking, then at least someone's going to.
In the red zone now, defenses will have to choose between, as it is, Barkley, Beckham, Ingram, and Shepard. If you add Dez to that, I mean, there's no way you can guard all 5 of those guys. So take all your linemen and sign Dez to that 1-year deal that he wants. He'll take a discount to come play for what he thinks is a great offense, and let's make a run.
Yeah.
No more excuses, Giants fans.
You know what? Now I'm just waiting to see. I want to see where my boy Quenton Nelson goes.
No more excuses, Giant fans. I don't want to hear Eli this, the line, this, that. They better be explosive. They better be explosive.
Colts pick is in. There's my boy.
Oh.
Andrew Luck, get some
This is
help.
Tim's guy right here.
Yep.
All right, so I want to give a shout-out to a researcher that helped me out, and I'll say that I was wrong. 20 of 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL this year were taken in the first round.
Yep.
So that's 62%. It's a little bit more than half.
Yep. Yep.
So, taking a quarterback in the spot, so 62.5% of those quarterbacks were taken in the first round, but they're not all great. I mean, on that list is of first round quarterbacks taken is what is it? Of course, I would have a brain fart right now. Is the kid from Oklahoma,
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford, thank you. You know, and also on that list is Blake Bortles, who had done nothing until this year. Also on that list is Alex Smith, who's been on 4 teams. Also on that list is, Eli, right? Eli's 1-2.
Yeah.
That's one of the guys that had some character. Also on that list is Ben Roethlisberger. And also on that list is, you know,
you looking for anybody in particular? Or Rivers, all those guys?
I'm sorry, I dropped my phone. I apologize. I was going to say also on that list is...
Yeah, I was like, damn, you're so dramatic about it. I was like, what the hell?
I was going to say also on that list is Rivers. I dropped my phone. I apologize. But what I'm trying to say is just because you have a quarterback that's played in the first round doesn't mean that he's going to be a guaranteed great player, right? Just because he's starting in the NFL,
but the percentage
there's a lot
is
of
higher.
starters in the NFL. Teams are looking for upgrades at quarterback.
Oh, 100%. But that's the thing. That most of these quarterbacks, like Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, these kids have been getting watched since they were freshmen in high school. They know who the quarterbacks are, who are the good ones. You know what? And I'm gonna throw this scenario out there. What if Lamar Jackson drops to the second and we take him? What would you think about that, James?
What's up?
That's what I said last night. That was my hot
If
take.
Lamar Jackson dropped to the second round and we took him.
I don't think he's dropping to the second round.
I don't think he is either.
I
But
don't
let's
think
put it away.
you're telling me
I
you need
didn't
to
think
win
Josh
now.
Rosen
What
would
the
be
fuck
dropping.
are you taking Lamar Jackson for? You just took Saquon Barkley. You better get some fucking guys that'll block for him. How about a defensive end or a linebacker or a cornerback who could fucking cover and doesn't want to quit?
Well,
I mean,
I'll give you.
you got some more needs on this guy. You got some more needs to fill.
Yeah. I want. This is the guys I want, and you guys already know. I mean, we're all on the same page. I want Willie Hernandez or I want Billy Price in the top of the second round, if they fall to it. If they fall into the second round.
Well, I think Billy Price is definitely fallen.
Oh, Bill's got the Buccaneers pick. They're coming to get Josh Rosen.
Oh, there's a trade. Bills acquire 7th. Wow. The fucking
Josh
Bills are going
Rosen.
to get Josh Rosen.
Yeah, good for the Bills. I'm glad. I'm happy for the Bills. Great pick. And you know what, guys? Josh Allen's still on the board. They did not try to trade out for Josh Allen, did they? That would be such a Bills move if they went out for Josh Allen instead of Josh Rosen. Wow, we went silent there for you guys. Dead noise doesn't help us out. You know that, right?
We're processing all this information. You know,
yeah, we're all trying to figure out.
I'm trying to get more information on the Bills pick.
The Bills just did something very shrewd, right? They're going to get their guy, and they didn't have to trade up to 2 to do it.
Yeah, very true.
They're going to get a premium quarterback and only move up 5 spots, which costs them a lot less in picks.
I hope they pick the right person. I hope they pick Josh Rosen. I really don't want them to pick Josh Allen. Guys, I did live in Buffalo, so I do root for the Bills to do well. Other than against the Giants.
AFC squad.
Yeah, it's absolutely the AFC squad.
The Bills pick is in.
Here we go.
NFL Draft The Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen.
What? Wow.
Oh, God. Well, AJ McGlinchey's going to be starting for a while.
Arm to throw into the wind.
Wow.
I can't believe Josh Rosen's getting. This is the stuff that was getting mocked last night, and I couldn't believe that Josh Rosen kept on dropping. And I just thought, okay, it was the mock.
Hey guys,
but obviously
is
it's
Miami
the way people are feeling.
salivating right now?
I would think so.
Miami make a trade.
Is Arizona trying to trade up now? Now that
Or how about how about the
down.
Patriots? How about the Patriots?
That's what I don't want to happen.
Oh yeah.
I do not want Josh Rosen to go to damn New England.
They got a ton of picks.
They get, as far as what according to the chat, Bills give up 2 second rounds.
Two second-round
Which
picks to move up 5 spots.
Yeah, from 12 to 7 is a big difference than moving up to the top half of the, or top 5.
Granted, but 2 second-round picks to move up 5 spots. You still got to be sure. Man, 3 picks for Josh Allen though. Man, that's a lot. Oh.
You know what? AJ McCarron has a chance to win this job anyway. And hold him off.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear when news breaks over the next 24 to 48 hours if the Giants turn down any trade offers.
I don't want to know. I don't. It's almost Gettleman turned off the phone because he made that pick like 2 minutes after we were on the clock. So he literally was like, "No, I'm silencing my phone."
I want to know.
I think we all want to know.
Right?
We all want to know, honestly, because you know what we would have done? We would have definitely traded.
Well, once we find out, that's going to give us stuff to talk about for the next decade. Was it worth it? Or should we have been a little bit more aggressive?
Let's put it this way. What does Saquon got to do for us to be, you know what, it was fine, it's worth it?
That's a great question.
He better be Adrian P. He better be Hall of Famer.
All right, yeah, I'm with you.
He better be a Hall of Famer.
He better be the top running back in Giants history.
So he better be the best running. He better be. He better be in the argument for one of the best running backs ever.
He better be. He better be Tiki. He better be better than Tiki.
Let me ask you this. I'll ask it this way. So we're gonna have him under team control for 5 years.
At least, yes.
If in those 5 years he averages 1,300 yards from scrimmage and 10 touchdowns a year, is that worth it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm purposely
1,300 and 10 touchdowns. That's a fantastic career if that's what he's averaging every season.
You ain't lying.
1,300 total yards. I'm saying rushing and receiving combined.
Oh no, that's fucking horrible. If that's the case, 1,300 combined yards, no. I want it. That better be in like 1,700 range, as far as receiving and rushing. I was just talking about rushing yards, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Well, no running back is going to get 1,300 yards in the league anymore.
Well, and that's the thing. Why is the running back worth?
That's a function of the league.
Why is the running back worth it then? If they aren't going to do that anymore. if they aren't going to be bell cows, there's no running back worth going number 2, which is our argument. But you know what? It is what it is. He's a Giant. We're going to love him. Let's whoop some. You know, the only thing I'm happy about is it's back to Giants football. We're going to run the football.
We're running the ball first. We're going to try to win the time of possession game.
Wow.
Guys, let's remember that Pat Shermer last year in Minnesota was 7th in the league in rush attempts per game. He wants to run the football first. At this point in his career, that's what Eli needs. He's going to build the play action, and he's got a lot of weapons. And if we add Day, it's a lot of weapons.
Able to block. Here come the Bears.
They're going to take Roquan Smith. With the 8th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Roquan Smith.
I love him.
Roquan Smith, top 10.
A good linebacker going to Chicago, that's about usual. But I like Roquan Smith. He's a good player.
Yeah, hell of a player. Good pick.
And you know what? I told you, and I called this out. Minkah Fitzpatrick is dropping out of the top 10.
That kid's a steal.
I know that's your boy, and because I'm gonna tell you right now, I think Derwin James is gonna get picked before him.
You put the tape on of that kid in big games, and he's all over the field, making plays.
Very true, and let's put it this way: a team like Tampa could possibly get, Fitzpatrick, and still just gain 2 second-round picks for trading down. Because let's put it this way: 9, 10, and 11, there's gonna be a trade there, or Josh Rosen's going to Miami.
Josh Rosen right now, the way it looks, unless somebody jumps, Miami. It looks like Rosen could be in play there.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, very, very, what? I mean, do you guys see it as far as Rosen's attitude? I have no problem with Rosen's attitude at all.
None.
If that's the reason he dropped, I mean, it could be the medical thing. His medicals could be worse than we know about. But that's the only reason I can see him dropping. He was literally, without the injury history, easily the best quarterback in the draft. Easily the best thrower. Easily the best thrower and supposedly one of the smartest quarterbacks out there. Why the hell is he dropping this far? And why is a guy like Josh Allen going before him?
Maybe it's the concussions.
Yeah.
That could be a possibility.
Something's not right on the medical.
Distinct possibility.
And if Father Rosen goes down, that means Father Lamar Jackson going down.
It's a dangerous game, man. And if he had 2 already, I mean, that's dangerous.
The other thing that's worth talking about is, when the Giants' offense was at its best most recently, they were running the ball first on counters to Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw, and they had a wide receiver like Plaxico Burress that demanded double coverage. So you couldn't stack the box, and you couldn't double team the wide receiver at the same time.
You brought up a great point, Justin. Well, let's say in the third, let's say we grab offensive lineman second round, whatever. What happens? Let's say in one of those third round picks, you take a guy like Nick Chubb. So we just start padding up the backfield.
We do have 2 third-round picks.
Oh, I'm just saying, just because running back by committee, we already know Saquon Barkley is not made to be, I'm just going to pound it up the middle with you 25 times a game. That's not his game. You know, his game is to get the ball. Put the ball in his hands any way you can, and he'll do something with it. James, how pissed would you be if they take another running back?
Furious.
Yeah, I mean, if they take another running back at this point, then
what the fuck are they doing?
You know, that's a real
Josh
problem.
Rosen looks a lot like Aaron Rodgers sitting there.
Yep.
Man, Rosen looks like he's about to cry.
Well, he knows he's not going to the damn 49ers. This is going to be Calvin Ridley.
There, where it might be home for Rosen. At any rate, let's get the Niners pick. With the 9th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Mike McGlinchey, offensive tackle, Notre Dame.
Oh, my boy.
Another hog molly.
Yep.
They got Jimmy G's blind side covered.
This is the problem is this might start a run. They said a lot of the interior linemen are going to go. And then, there's always a run on certain positions. Like, they already said the linebackers, there's only like 4 really good ones. That Tremaine Edmonds from Virginia Tech, Roquan Smith, the Boise State kid, and Rashad Evans. Everybody else is a step below those guys. So they said there's going to be a run on linebackers. They said there's going to be a run on interior linemen. They said tackles might go higher because there's about 3 that are really any good.
Listen. You think that there's 4 linebackers in this whole draft that are going to make a contribution in the league? I find
well, not necessarily, but as far as talent-wise, there's always tiers of talent. Someone might be, trying to prove everybody wrong and doing stuff like that, and I'm sure they will. But I know that, they have a certain tiers of linebackers they got, and that was a top tier. And now, the offensive linemen go. There's some guys dropping, like Derwin James and Fitzpatrick are still out there. I could not believe Denzel Ward went number 4.
Yeah, that seemed like a stretch to me.
Yeah, especially Denzel Ward's there, but you're saying he's on the same level as Bradley Chubb or Quenton Nelson or whatever. Cleveland could have used all of them.
I'll tell you who hated that Denzel Ward pick. The Oakland Raiders, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the LA Chargers. Because
Arizona moved up.
In their backfield.
Arizona, wow.
Arizona moved up. Here comes Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
And this is going to be great for Arizona.
That's a big trade.
They moved up. They moved up 5 spots. They probably gave up about as much as the Bills did. Probably gave up a second and third. I would say a second and third and a 4th.
3 picks.
I'll say 3 picks. I'm just guessing. I'll say a second, a third, and a future third. And they're gonna go get Rosen, which is the smart move for them because they have Bradford for a whole 1 year. And Bradford's is Bradford. And the kid would have, some veterans around him. And he would actually have a running game because he already has David Johnson. But if David Johnson, they have Larry Fitzgerald to throw to. It'll be a good move without a doubt.
and he slips right in. We got Duke Johnson in back of him. Larry Fitz still playing, right?
Yeah.
Got some weapons there.
Yep, and you can slowly transition them in. And honestly, Sam Bradford's a great quarterback if he stays healthy. So who better to learn from?
Eli.
Well, true. Very true. But
wow.
Eli already has a pupil. You think Miami, Lamar Jackson?
Whoa, man,
that's Lamar Jackson.
Now, if this is now, we don't know here. Do we know that Rosen's the pick? I see that Arizona's on the clock.
We don't know for fact.
I saw reports that Arizona liked Lamar Jackson as well. I mean, is this?
There's no way they traded up.
No way.
To go get Lamar Jackson.
I don't know.
Our boy Justin Pugh's on the team. He's going to be a good leader out there for the offensive line.
Lamar Jackson's going to be a giant. I said it last night. I'll say it again. Hot take.
Giants are going to trade back up into the first round to get Lamar.
I'm listening to Steve Smith.
Steve Smith's a big Josh Rosen guy. He's been pumping him up the whole time.
This is such an interesting trade.
They gave him a third and a fifth. Nothing
yeah, that's
huge.
not much. That's not much at all, actually.
Well, Raiders see, hey, we don't give a crap. We don't want a quarterback. And maybe there's possibly another quarterback going down, so I'll get the same player I wanted to get anyway. And I'm just going to say again, I want people to look at the history of the show. I was right that Fitzpatrick would drop out of the top 10, and that's what's going to happen.
And a lot of these teams are going to end up being wrong.
But as long as at one point I'm right.
It took a while.
It did. You know what? I went into the negative nation, and they made me believe that Saquon Barkley should not have been the pick.
I saw a player comparison to Minkah Fitzpatrick, and they compared him to the safety for the Saints, Kenny Vaccaro, who was the worst safety in the league last year, according to Pro Football Focus.
That's who they were. I don't agree with that comparison. This is not the same type of player. He's skinnier than that. He's not that kind of like pounder.
Josh Rosen, here we go.
Here we go.
With the pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Josh Rosen.
There you go.
Are you mad, Josh? Are you mad?
He looks mad.
He does look pissed. He went 10th. And the fact that he's the fourth quarterback taken. And he thinks he was the top.
Could be the steal of the draft. Could be the steal of the draft.
Could be. Or he could have the same career Sam Bradford did.
He's better than Sam Bradford.
I don't believe Sam Bradford.
You know what? That's a team though. Give credit to Arizona. That's a team that realizes that in the division they're in right now, they got Goff, Russell Wilson. You better get a quarterback.
And Garoppolo.
You better get a quarterback. And they identified the need. They went up and they got one.
You know what? I can't wait till we get Shermer next year.
So now the question is, do the Patriots take Lamar Jackson?
I cannot see Lamar Jackson running Josh McDaniels' offense. I just don't see it. But hey, you never know. Honestly, would you guys be surprised if Lamar Jackson went to Miami?
No.
No. Not with all four of these guys off the board then. Not with all five of these guys off the board now. I think Jackson is very much in play. And you look at it, Tampa Bay, Washington, Green Bay. You know, Washington's a guy, they got killed with RG3. Similar type player to Jackson. You wonder if he would go there. Tampa, Washington, Green Bay, Oakland. Does Baltimore entertain Lamar Jackson? Do the Chargers entertain Lamar Jackson? Dallas, Detroit, no. Cincinnati. And then then Buffalo, who doesn't need him. They just took Allen. They're out. And then New England. So New England, if Jackson lasts these next couple of picks, if the rumor was correct. Now, I saw something out of New England that said they really liked Ragnow, the lineman. So
yeah, Senator
a lot of different reports coming out.
Well, the thing is, you guys are going to realize, especially as far as Patriots go, they have a lot of holes because they lost a lot of people with free agency and they didn't pick up anybody. You know, we make fun of Solder, but they didn't replace Solder, and they lost Cameron Fleming, their other tackle, as well. They didn't replace him either. They also, they lost a running back. They also, They lost a corner, Malcolm Butler. Patriots are hurt, and they and that's. I'm hoping. 'Cause I hate the Patriots.
I don't hate the Patriots. They did great things for us.
Well, they made us look good. I'm not gonna lie, but.
Pick is in for Miami.
Call it. Call the pick.
Vita.
Really?
Shot in the dark.
I'm gonna go hot take in it. I'm gonna say Darius Geis.
Ooh.
U.S.
Darius Geis at 11? That's a hot take.
I love how Josh Rosen. Dude, how can you go 10th overall and be pissed off at your life? Are you mad that you're going to Arizona because it's too nice there, or what?
It is gorgeous weather.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I could have went to Buffalo, frozen my ass off. Oh, I got to go to Arizona. What the hell?
With the 11th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Minkah Fitzpatrick, defensive back.
There's your boy.
Yep.
Wow.
He didn't drop that far out of the top 10, Tim.
I didn't say he was going to drop that far. I said out of the top 10. It's exactly a one pick out of the top 10.
There's my guy. I love that kid. Love this kid.
I love that white suit.
That is a nice
Style.
suit. Look at him. And look how happy he is, man. He loves it. Look at him. That is a big.
Well,
look at that
playing
suit.
that in Miami.
Well, exactly. You're just
Miami
told
too.
you're about to make millions of dollars and you're going to live in Miami. You're welcome. You know? This is where James watches the highlights and and just wishes that Giants were the ones that.
I love this kid, man. When it was a big game, when the lights were on, when they needed a play, this kid, man, he just has a nose for the football. Right place, right time. Can play in the box. Makes tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He's all over the field, man. It's just fun to watch. I like this kid. I like this kid a lot. He's not really a combine guy. He's a guy that you have to really just watch play football. And when you do, he stands out. So very similar to Chubb, where, just the effort, the motor, the intensity just stood out on film when I watched him. And defensively, those are the highest guys on my board. What?
He reminded me of Honey Badger.
The two of the top defensive players I had on my board were Chubb and Fitzpatrick, and it was all based on game film, not measurables, not 40-yard dash or cone drills or anything like that.
Yeah. I'm on the game films. That's where I had Roquan Smith. Chubb was right there, but I had Roquan Smith. That's one of the guys I would have loved Giants to have.
Actually third. He was third on my board, defensively.
I'm actually surprised Derwin James didn't go beforehand. He's another guy I like, but he's more of a Landon Collins type safety. Now, is it just me, guys, or do you watch the draft and when the rivals come up, the Redskins, the Eagles, Cowboys, you're just hoping they take the shittiest pick possible?
Yes,
the shittiest.
We're like, just take the guy that's so overhyped. I remember when Manziel was in, and I thought Jerry Jones was going to take him.
I would love to see the Eagles take a punter.
Damn, Stephen Jones had to take over for the damn Cowboys. Now they actually make smart moves.
Take a play kicker.
Yep. I hope they take the guy with the biggest red flags that gets caught right after the draft.
The bong video comes out right after they take him.
Yeah, exactly.
We got the number one playmaker in this draft.
Yeah.
On a team that needed everything but playmakers.
Well, this is my thing. You know what? It's Shermer's offense. I'm very curious what his offense is going to look like come next year, because the one thing Shermer does that McAdoo didn't was McAdoo ran a system. Shermer writes the offense to what the talent's around. And he's got tons of talent right now. So what the hell are you going to do with it? Because, like you said, there's no excuse for Eli. There's no excuse for Sherman, as far as I'm concerned.
There's no excuses for this offense now. They better be consistent. They better put up points, not field goals. They better convert third downs. Keep the defense off the field. No excuses. Zero.
Yeah.
Not turn the ball
as far
over.
as I'm concerned, I don't give a shit the rest of the draft is offensive linemen getting picked. I'd be fine with it. It was just whatever. Just make sure we have to
stop somebody. Sooner or later, you're going to have to stop somebody. You're going to have to stop somebody.
I don't think the defense is going to be that bad, man.
No.
I really don't.
I don't think the defense is going to be that bad either.
They need players, man. They need players.
I think you're going to see Eli Apple have a major resurgence. We know what Landon Collins is. I think the Jackrabbit is going to be free with a new head coach.
You have no third or fourth corner. You have no third or fourth corner. You have no safety that you can count on without holding your breath besides Collins. You have no depth at all if you even have starters, legit starters.
Did you already give up on Darian Thompson? You already gave up on Darian Thompson altogether?
I am not counting on any. I mean, you're going to seriously be like, those are the guys that we're going to. You're dependent on those guys right now.
No, I'm not saying. Hey, I'm all about competition. I don't want anybody's starting position to be guaranteed.
What about friend of the show, Andrew Adams? He had a great rookie year. When we were
he did
11
fall
and
back
5.
a little bit though this past year.
Bucks are on the clock. Here we go.
Derwin James.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Vita.
Wow.
Washington.
Look what this dude's wearing.
Great pick.
This is the same outfit I wore yesterday.
I thought that looked familiar.
Yeah. That's how my hair flows as well. I just don't show it to you guys on the podcast.
Tip, that made me laugh.
Interesting. There's, some people dropping that you didn't think would drop. That Tremaine Edmonds, who's a freak athlete, Virginia Tech linebacker.
Christ.
Yeah, this dude's a monster.
Oh, this dude's a monster.
Man, that's a big boy.
Yep.
A lot of cornbread.
All right, so some of the tweets are starting to come out. Looks like Gettleman has spoken.
Okay.
The Giants had interest in number 2 pick, but had such a strong conviction in Barkley, never really considered trading. Gettleman talked to teams, but not a lot. Browns took Mayfield. We were taking Barkley. End of discussion.
And I think he did himself a disservice by that. I understand having conviction on the player.
Wow.
But you should listen to all your options.
Wow.
But we also did say, James, if he has conviction on the player, screw everybody.
No. We said if he had conviction on the quarterback.
True. That's true. But if he had that much conviction on Barkley.
Here we go, Giant fans. Here we go, Giant fans. The long-term plan at QB. Eli's going to play. Gettleman then adds, stop worrying about age. Adds, some guys are freaks. Wow.
Oh, God. I can't wait to meet Shermer next year. It's fine.
Wow.
We'll be the New York Shermers.
Yeah, Shermer's going to come to the team. It's fine. But honestly, you know what? All it tells me is they like what they saw from Davis Webb. You know what? Davis Webb had an awesome couple days.
The last 3 days changed their entire draft strategy.
They're like, you know what? Screw Darnold. We got Davis Webb. You know what? I'm sticking with Spider-Man. That's my boy.
The Webb slinger. They better be right.
Yeah.
They better be right. We said
it,
right?
At least
if they're going to go this route,
they
better be right. Because
at least the Webb slinger is going to be able to hand it off to Saquon.
There's going to be a constant reminder in the same stadium.
Well, listen, we talk a lot about Gettlemania on the podcast, and the way that we feel about Gettleman. I mean, this is early to be. This is the decision that he will be judged on for the entirety of his tenure.
Yeah.
How this decision plays out.
Oh, yeah. You better be right. You better be fucking right. I mean, because you're basically saying that Eli's your guy until he basically dies? I mean, I don't know.
Well, let's put it this way, guys. If we have another 3-13 season, we're gonna be stacked for the next quarterback that comes out. But honestly, I think the offense is gonna be better. Redskins. I'm gonna say Daron Payne.
I like Daron Payne. I like Daron Payne a lot. I think he's going to be a massive playmaker in the league for, 5, 6, 7 years.
Well, then I don't want Redskins to get him if that's what you think. But that's what I think the pick's going to be because they keep bringing in defensive tackles recently over the past month. That's what I think is going to definitely happen. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Vita V is going to be next to Gerald McCoy. Jesus Christ.
And JPP.
Yeah. Yep.
That front four is JPP,
Gerald McCoy,
Thea, McCoy, and Curry. I mean, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I like what Tampa Bay's doing. I like how they're building it.
Here come the Skins.
And they're going to take a kicker.
With the 13th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Daron Payne.
Damn, I'm good.
I mean, Tim.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.
Tim, that was impressive. Salute.
You can see when little runs ago. Because Daron Payne and Vita V were pretty much close. So whatever one went first, you knew the next one would be next.
As long as nobody takes an offensive guard.
What guard?
As long as nobody takes a guard, I want us to have our pick of guards at 2.
I want Billy Price or Willie Hernandez. One of them might be there for us. If Willie Hernandez or Billy Price, I'm fine with either one.
Look at Payne. Look at this kid. Oh.
I get scared of Alabama kids because there's so much talent on that defense. And how much of it is them tearing it up, or is it the fact of a collective effort? Oh, New Orleans trading up. Oh, shit, this might be Lamar Jackson.
Oh.
Who's getting hugged?
Oh.
Who's getting hugged right now? Who's that big dude? Well, it's not Lamar Jackson. Somebody's getting hugged. I don't know. Or is that Daron Payne? No, that was Payne. Okay. That threw me all off. I saw the trade go up, and then all of a sudden they showed Daron Payne getting hugged.
Where did New Orleans?
If Lamar Jackson, you know what? For Lamar Jackson's sake, I hope he does go to New Orleans. I think that'd be a great move for him. Because Sean Payton could definitely put an offense around him.
Can you imagine Kamara and Jackson? You want to talk about speed? Oh, boy.
Wow.
And let's put it this way, guys. Just for the simple fact is, New Orleans had 2 running backs as well. They had Mark Ingram and Kamara. Why can't we have Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley?
Yeah. But
they got Kamara in the 3rd round.
And so we could get Nick Chubb in the 3rd round. And actually, I think New Orleans Mark Ingram was a 1st-round pick as well.
Come on, dude. Stop.
What if we went?
They should take Penny in the 2nd and then Chubb in the 3rd. And then you could have the 3-headed monster with nobody to block for them.
What if we went Billy Price out of Ohio State in the 2nd round, or Hernandez, whoever was there?
Yep.
Our first 3rd-round pick, we took Orlando Brown. And our second 3rd-round pick, we took Chubb.
No.
I'd be cool with it.
No.
I'd be cool with it. Obviously, Paul Perkins and Wayne Gettleman and whatever other running back is in our backfield right now, they'll all be like, all right, I guess our jobs are done.
No,
I will tell you what.
You got to take defense. You got to take some defensive players, guys. Here, you can't just say lineman, another running back. I mean, too many holes, guys.
I know we're not taking a running back. Come on.
Honestly, I'm going to call it lineman, corner.
Yeah, I think that's. I could see.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a defensive lineman. Just, I mean, if we're.
I could see. That's what I was going to say. I could see linemen.
So many.
Linemen.
So many needs.
Edge rusher.
Let me tell you something. With as many needs as this roster has, if he didn't listen to trades because of a running back, I don't know how you could defend that. We're literally sitting here going guard, tackle, defensive lineman, corner, maybe another corner, linebacker. There's needs all over the roster. If he turned down a trade, if he wasn't even listening to them for a running back, guys, how can you defend?
Don't get in your head, James. I already see it going around in your head. You thinking like, what the hell? He did not pick up the phone, and I have a problem with it as well because honestly, I think you're not doing the job if you don't hear the options.
This is a quote from Gettleman in his press conference. I've only ever given a 9.0 rating, his highest possible grade, to Peyton Manning until this year with Saquon Barkley.
Things Gettleman said tonight. Saquon Barkley was, quote, touched by the hand of God. Well, weren't we all, Dave? Jesus Christ.
You know, exactly. And that's who touched Saquon.
Oh, my fucking God.
Jesus Ezekiel Christ.
You know what, you guys? The more I'm sitting on it, I'm disappointed because I honestly, just like James, I wanted more picks. But, hey, it is what it is. It's not about Saquon. We've always said it wasn't about Saquon. I'm all, I might go get a Barkley jersey.
I might buy a Barkley jersey. 26. And for a roll.
I hope it's Lamar Jackson. And they're already talking about Lamar Jackson. That should have been our coach right there. Piece of shit. You don't want to know the story.
Lamar Jackson at 14.
This is a team that finished 29th in sacks last year. Oh. Wow.
Well, let's put it this way. We got rid of one of the problems is JPP.
Wow.
It's not so much for this year, James. It's for year 2. That's when we're going to really be the team.
He wasn't listening to offers.
I think you should do a rant.
I can't even believe it. Like, if that's true and he wasn't listening to offers.
Well, you knew he wasn't because literally they made the pick 2 minutes after the clock went up. They didn't let anybody else call.
Oh, my God. Wow.
They knew.
Wow.
Listen.
I mean, hey, Saquon
it's a
is
disservice to the franchise. That's a disservice to the franchise. Complete and fucking abject failure on the part of the GM if you're going to come out with a quote that says I was not listening to calls. I was not listening.
You know what?
I had my guy. I wasn't even listening to the offers. How can you even fucking say that?
Here's the shirts we're going to start offering, guys. It's going to be Mr. 9.0.
Listen,
Mr. 9.0 T-shirts.
This is the question that I would pose to you, James. I mean, say what you want about whether you think that Saquon was the right guy.
Hold that thought.
Yeah. To the New Orleans Saints. With the 14th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
Wow.
You traded all the way up for that.
They must
He's a
love
good
him.
athlete.
Go ahead. What were you
He's
going
a
to
good
say?
athlete, but
All right, so what I was
Go
going
ahead,
to say was, I mean, we can talk until we're blue in the face, and we probably will, about was this the right thing? Should we have taken more picks? Should we have listened to offers or whatever? I rest pretty easy at night knowing that at least he made this pick with conviction, right? We're coming from Jerry Reese.
No, it's the wrong conviction. It's the fucking running back.
What is the conviction?
It's the fucking running back. You listen. It's the running back. You listen to offers. It's a running back. How many Super Bowls did LaDainian Tomlinson win? How many Super Bowls did Barry Sanders win? How many Super Bowls did Adrian Peterson win? All these great running backs. They're great running backs. How many big games? How many top running backs lead you to the Super Bowl?
I'm going to look back on this show.
Hold on, wait. I'm waiting for an answer. How many top running backs have ran their team to a Super Bowl?
Terrell Davis.
That fucking many? You don't answer the phone? You don't answer the phone? The team is 3-13. The team is terrible. For a running back? For a running back? A fucking running back?
All I'm saying is we're coming from.
Even if you told me and said it's going to be Barry Sanders and he's going to be Adrian Peterson and he's going to be LaDainian Tomlinson, do you know what I would fucking say to you? I would say that's great. We're going to have a lot of fantasy points, but not a lot of fucking trophies in the case.
We're coming from.
You can't argue with that because it's a fucking fact.
I'm
thrilled for my fantasy football team if I get Saquon Barkley, especially with the fact he's going to put up a ton of yards because if the defense can't stop anybody, he's going to be catching fucking check. Get him in a PPR league now, folks.
He is definitely going to be the safety valve.
Yeah,
what I'm
saying, as he should be. But I mean, again, a running back, that's a luxury. You got to build a team. You got to build depth. You got to have a solid team. You don't have a solid team right now. I could have got a running back. Maybe I get 30% less of what I get from Saquon Barkley from a third-round pick. But how better did I get by using that pick on, let's say, a defensive end, or let's even say Nelson because of the drop-off at that position later on in the draft?
You
can't argue with that.
Hey, you know what? I'm with you.
What I'm saying to you, James, is we came from Jerry Reese, who made a string of ho-hum picks, who consistently got jumped in front of because he wasn't aggressive. This is a guy that had the number 2 pick, had his choice of dominant, game-changing players, and chose to take a running back that had speed, agility, and power.
Well, you answer me this question. You answer me this question, Justin, right now. Can this team win a Super Bowl in 3 years with the team that they have because they have Saquon Barkley?
In 3 years?
In the NFC with the teams they have to go through.
Anything can happen in 3 years.
Come on, man. You better. You got 3 years to win a Super Bowl. You got 3 years to win a Super Bowl.
Let this draft happen. There was only one pick. See what the rest of the picks happen.
The general manager is quoted after taking the pick as saying that he wasn't listening to offers for a running back.
I know. I'm with you on that. I think he's doing himself a disservice, but that also tells me that
what the fuck is
he was
Mayer doing?
You know what? It's fine.
Ryan Dunleavy, who's been on the show. This is wild. GM Gettleman. Once Browns took Baker, I told our guys, don't even waste your time. We're taking Saquon and we're going to run. He didn't even want to listen to offers once the draft started. What the fuck is going on, guys?
I don't know.
You can't defend that. Don't fucking defend that. Like, you like Barkley as a player, like Barkley as a fucking player. But do not sit here and say that that is not an abject fucking failure of immense proportions by everyone in the fucking front office, from ownership down to the fucking guy that gets Gettleman his fucking coffee. That is awful on a ton of different levels. How the fuck don't you answer the phone? You don't even know who's calling. What if it's 5? What if it's fucking Denver and the first 3 picks are going to be quarterback? What if it's fucking... You don't know. What if it's a 3-team deal? They didn't even answer the fucking phone. Are you serious? For a fucking running back? Because he was touched by the hand of God? Holy shit.
Oh, Buffalo traded back up.
Buffalo.
Wow. Buffalo just traded the 22 to 16.
Wow.
That rant was better than the Johnny Walker Blue guy.
Holy fuck.
But you know what? I want to go back in the show and find out when the medication wore off.
When I read that fucking quote, how don't you answer the phone? How don't you answer? You're the fucking general manager. And hold on, wait a minute. Here's the best part of the fucking thing, which leads you to believe that he's got fucking AARP cards up the ass and he's got Alzheimer's. All of a sudden, when they said they were taking Baker Mayfield, that's what fucking clinched it? That's what clinched it? They took Baker off. They took Baker, shut the phones off. What the fuck? If anything, that should have had everyone put your fucking phones on.
I agree.
Wow.
There's nothing I can say about that. I agree. I was disappointed that they didn't trade. But hey, you know what? Saquon's the back of our future.
That's a fucking failure. That's a failure of immense proportion. That is complete and that's like not playing Webb last year. It's it's a fucking circus.
Jimmy, I appreciate the passion. But they took the unquestioned top prospect in the draft.
How many fucking times have there been a running back in the draft that's gone in I can give you a bunch of running backs that have been more productive that were drafted from the second round on than you can give me fucking first rounders.
That doesn't matter, though. It does matter.
He didn't answer the fucking phone, Justin. He didn't answer the phone.
Negative Nation. You thought he was positive? No. It wasn't right after the pick, guys.
I know we're Giant fans, but we don't got to blow these guys. Like, call a spade a fucking spade. That's an abject failure.
No, I don't. Listen. All that this means, you're reading way too much into this, Jimmy. And it's going to give you an answer.
He fucking said it.
It's going to give you an answer. Hold on.
Don't have a heart attack on air.
Hey, too much cheese for this shit.
All that this means is that they had a high grade.
Hold on, Bill's selection.
They had a high grade on Barkley.
Hold on, Justin. Hold on. Fuck. Wow.
That was a great pick.
Great pick. Love that kid. Solid player. Still pissed.
6 foot. Yeah, 6'5".
They had a high
250.
grade
He's running 4.5. Oh,
They
you
had
just
a high
want to go top 10.
They had high grade on Barkley.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to sit around and wait and let other teams dictate to them who they were going to pick and where.
Justin, they didn't answer the phone.
Because
let me read you the quote again, straight from fucking Gettleman after the pick, so there's no reason to really lie. Once the Browns took Baker, I told our guys, don't even waste your time. What the fuck else do you have to do?
Hold on, though. Let me just say this. Again, the GM before this was Jerry Reese, who consistently let the team needs and other teams' aggressiveness dictate to him who we picked where. If you trade down to 5, I don't care if they gave us the whole freaking draft. You're giving 3 teams in front of you the chance to pick the player that you want.
It's a running back.
This is the player that they wanted.
It's a running back.
And he happens to be the best running back in the draft. You can be mad about the fact that he's a running back.
You know who the best running back in the draft last year was? You know who the best running back in the draft last year was? There were 2, Fournette and McCaffrey. The 2 guys drafted in the 3rd round out-fucking-played them.
Fournette.
Where's Trent Richardson at? How great was Reggie fucking Bush? They're running back.
Fournette's team was in the AFC Championship.
And they lost.
Do you want stats or do you want to win ball games?
And they lost. And they were in the championship because of that defense, because they built a fucking team, because they've been terrible.
Would you rather be the Jaguars or would you rather be the Saints or the Chiefs? Who weren't in the championship game?
I'd rather be the Chiefs because I got Mahomes, and I'd rather be the Saints because I got Drew Brees. We got somebody calling in. 917. What are you calling from? What do you want to talk about? Fuck.
Oh my God! What was the quota for curses today?
Oh, is this Marco? What's up, buddy?
It's fine until the medication wore off.
We're fine, Marco. It's been a splendid show.
Marco. It was only a few, right? Only a few.
Quote? Boss, did you hear the quote?
I heard it, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you heard the quote.
Marco.
From our general manager.
Restore some sanity to the show, Marco.
Let me tell you. Did I want Barkley at 2? No. Did I want him at 5? Yes. Am I happy we got him? Yeah.
He didn't answer the phone.
He didn't do his job.
9.0,
you didn't answer
baby.
the phone when I called in.
That's true. Factually accurate information.
You're not offering me fucking picks.
And he was ranting.
Oh man.
I couldn't even see because of the rage that was in my. It's like still like I got flames coming out of my eyes. We got around 5 minutes left on the show. 347 just called in. Come on, what do you want to talk about? Come on, yell at me.
Yo, what's up, guys?
I'm furious.
It's and I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you guys about for the next round. Who would you guys like? Because there's still like a lot of good players that haven't been picked, like Will Hernandez, Rashad Evans, that could still be available in the 2nd round. And we need offensive linemen and linebackers and DBs. So who would you guys like if they're still available in the 2nd, 3rd round?
You hit number one. I like Will Hernandez, or I'll take Billy Price at the top of the second round. Let's start solidifying that get that offensive line going. Considering that we could have had extra picks, but our GM didn't want to pick up the phone.
Is that you putting more gasoline on the flames over there, Tim?
Yeah.
Just lighting it on fire.
Hashtag Negative Nation. Where is my Negative Nation? Where are all the Giant fans right now that can honestly see that this was a complete fucking failure? How do you not answer the phone?
It's not a failure.
On draft night.
He hasn't even played a
Who
down
wants
yet.
to light the torch and
Not a
storm the
failure.
castle?
It's not a failure.
Oh, Justin,
It is not a failure.
You're way off, dude. I love you. You're way off.
Has Derwin James been picked yet?
How do you answer the phone?
Has Derwin James been picked yet?
No, I don't know why he's fallen so far.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Actually, I almost guarantee he'll stay in Seattle because he would be a perfect replacement for Cam Chancellor if he doesn't go this pick.
Yep.
So everyone got the cursing out of their system. It's all gone. Now that the first round is
know,
over.
Jimmy?
No.
I'm fine, Marco. You know what? I was in shock when it happened, and I wasn't happy. But you know what? I was just like, it is what it is. I'll take a good player, and obviously he was rated high. I'll just take it and deal with it. Because as usual, Giants don't like traded in the draft. Giants don't like traded in the draft. They never have.
Chargers,
whatever.
Chargers pick.
In the 2018 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Derwin James.
Wow, there it is. I knew they.
There you go.
I'd like to say something real quick.
First of all,
there was a comment on
really
YouTube.
Good.
Before it's 3 minutes left in the show. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I've totally lost my voice. I don't believe that.
I wonder why.
Phone. Scoldwell 46. He thinks I should be on the Fan. I agree with him. Thanks a lot, buddy. You're 100% right.
Oh, stop.
I totally agree with that.
Francesca Jr. He's Francesca Jr.
What was you?
Jimmy should be on
You're
WNBA.
Negative Nation.
A lot of love Captain Negative. Captain and Negative is a savage. I am slowly let your anger flow through you, Giants Nation. When you read these quotes over the next 48 hours about how he didn't answer the phone, come to me. Follow me on Twitter, and we will rage against the dying of fucking common sense in this franchise.
Before you guys leave, I want to. Before you guys leave, I want to thank you guys for going live. Before you guys think, I want to thank you guys for going live today. It was a nice experience. To hear your opinions and shit.
I had a problem, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, man, we love you guys calling in. We appreciate everybody listening and hanging out with us. The comments on YouTube are hilarious. Luke Cage says Captain Negative is the GOAT. Guys, Captain Negative is taking over.
No. I refuse.
You guys,
I'm playing against Negative Nation.
You created a monster. And just for all the fans that are listening, and all the Captain Negative fans out there.
Captain Negative.
At your service.
Look what we started.
Yeah, first of all,
we
created
a monster.
Who was the first person who was the first person who coined it?
You.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
One of you did. I thought it was Marco.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was in one of the chats. We were just like, God.
Mr. Hand Glider Man, before we go, 40 seconds left, just said on YouTube, I got to admit, I am pretty salty that they did not pick up the phone. Yeah, let's leave with this, guys. I mean, Barkley, phenomenal talent. No one debated that from the get-go if you've been listening to us here. We just thought that maybe at 2, you could trade back and get them. The fact that they didn't answer the phone, guys, is troubling. Keep following the page. Keep following us. Keep sharing. Keep talking about us. We're going to try to go live tomorrow night for round 2. So keep following. Keep hanging out. We got around 10 seconds left, guys. Say goodbye.
Night, everyone.
Adios. I love
Saquon. Always.
I love Saquon Barkley.
Fuck you.